Last Sunday I didn't upload an episode, my apologies for that, because I was practically at a loss for anything. I swear I tried to make time, a space in my life to go see an episode, but I simply couldn't, it didn't happen. So here I am recording for this Sunday, my apologies for not having uploaded, but well, things happen, you know? Almost, here I am recording for this Sunday, my apologies for not having uploaded, but well, things that happen, things of the trade. Well, I hope you are very well, I hope you had a beautiful week, I hope you are going to digest it. It has been even better, and well, that, today we are going to talk about couples, but unrequited couples, or people who have the desire to have a partner and cannot have a partner, because they are not given one, or they cannot find a person, or no one it gives you a ball, that is, different reasons why you don't have a partner. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And as if making an impression on this topic, I realize that many times when I answer questions on Instagram or things like that, they tell me that I want to have a partner, but it's like they don't have it or they want to fall in love. What's more, once a guy, one of them is a guy on the stream, he asked me a question that was like, how do I find the ideal people for me? And nothing, like they make introspections, appreciatively. I realized that the fact of looking for a partner or wanting a partner today is something very important and to which I apparently feel that it's something that people give a lot of importance to. I even see it in my self-circle, that people friends who have never been in a relationship and feel like Tronanobia or an obvious, and I kind of understand it in part, because I was in a pot and it's nice, I have a partner, but I come to talk a little bit from another side. Like the fact of not having to look for a partner to be happy or have someone, so that I can feel loved, and well, that's practically the topic today. Propose if you have a mate, a tea, a coffee and enjoy. I feel that all that topic of if in a chain, like something else, then, like the first thing I thought was, okay, about social oppression, to have a partner, but I feel that all this of loving someone comes from the fact that you have to do more self-absorption. It is understood that. I feel that it is because we don't feel capable enough of being with the same thing, like they are alone or they don't like to be alone, all the time we want to be accompanied, whether it be friends, family, whatever it was, maybe like that for those reasons. One likes a couple normally, because they want someone to talk to all the time, like they want to have like someone, practically someone by their side who is unconditionally for them. No, so I have been chained a little on that side by the fact of wanting a partner. And I also feel a little that it is, like a social pressure, like seeing that I match people, or let's say, having someone who accompanies you throughout your life in quotes, is something that I have seen in society for a long time, that is, for a long time. Years, the woman marries the man and has children and they spend the rest of their lives, happy, in quotes or not so happy, but they always spend their lives together, and when you are in a couple you project a future to spend your entire life with a person who is not, no, but like what is traditionally done as a couple. And I feel that he also saw a bit of that social pressure that is implicitly in the air they're flying, like having a partner, and like we all have installed in our brains the fact of a couple, and a couple that I make for ourselves a child for the rest of our lives, and that he is always there for us, no matter how much he might not, unconsciously, in your unconscious he is, and I also feel that that is why people search, perhaps so desperately, for a partner, a boyfriend, perhaps more in these times, who it's great, obviously, from a couple, but it's like I feel that it's something that, I mean, it's not that I feel, it's something that doesn't have to be pursued, it's something that doesn't have to be pursued. The fact of the couple, I believe that a boyfriend, a girlfriend comes at a time when it has to come. If you like someone and you don't find yourself with that person for something, it's like that of all the love cases and all the successes. Love that you have, you learn from everything, you get one teaching as well as with friends or a lot of circumstances in life. But for example, that is that a guy at this moment, like how I find my ideal partner, like that image of an ideal partner in this type, someone who is perfect for me, and that I am perfect for her, and that is something that will never be understood. Love requires real, it is not like love in the movies. It is not that you are going to find your ideal person, that is, you are always going to have to change something, you are always going to have to work on something. You will always have to give in, or if I leave some things that you like to be, because maybe the other person doesn't like it. I mean this to basic attitudes. No, 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 no. Change your essence and your personality. No, not at all. But it's like an exchange that I make sacrifices or do things that you do, obviously because you love the other person, because you love them, because you want them to be your life, and that's why you make those decisions. But it's not like I agree with that question that he told me. Thinking about it, it's like you will never find your ideal person, at 100%, you will never find someone who is 100% perfect for you. That is, something is always going to bother you, something is always going to bother the other person, and that's that too, a little of what love is, but it's not something that you find, or it's something that you look for. It's not something that I wanted to make you kind of go through life looking for a partner and talk to all the girls that exist or to all the feet that exist to see if one of them is the perfect one for you or to see if they fall in love. Sometimes it is like a lack of love that perhaps one has, because one does not love oneself enough. That I feel that this is key, to have a partner, to be a girlfriend or boyfriend, or whatever it is. First of all, self-love, that typical question that is type, you have to love yourself, to love someone else. Yes, guys, the one who says no, in my opinion, seems to me to be very educated. I believe that self-love is one of the main things, one of the first things that has to be taken into account, the moment of being in a relationship, both your own and the love that your partner has or your photo of the couple. Let's say it is very important because it is also very different to be with someone who loves each other, with someone who does not, because you see it when insecurities arise or when problems arise, or because perhaps it is very manipulable. Like, it is very important. It is very visible and it is very noticeable in relationships when that happens, and it is also good how to say if self-love is so important. No, when having a partner or being in a relationship, at some point in life, that is, whether it is 20 years, whether it is 30, in 5 months or however long. Because instead of regretting the time that we are single or the time that we are not in a relationship or we are loving or thinking everything in itself more that, like we are thinking all the time or saying, guy, here I want a partner, here a partner, I want to be with someone, and sometimes it is like more so that you would invest your time in spending all the time thinking about what you want, that is, investing it in something else, investing it in improving self-love, in doing typical things for yourself, that is, investing it in time for yourself, in doing things that make you look at yourself, in doing things that help you know and love yourself, and the day that comes to someone who you really say, pays the penalty. Because it pays the penalty, the day you come to someone who is worth being in a relationship that you consider to be, I don't know, your ideal person in your opinion, you may be 100% ready to love that person, 100%, and to love him in a healthy way, and because that is, it is like I feel that couples are underestimated, and perhaps they are not simply in a couple and they are not easy to carry it out. That is, yes it is, because it is like all love. But there are also some issues like this that I said before, such as how to sacrifice some things or do things or lend attention that the other person likes here. Obviously one does it with all the pleasure in the world because he does it for love, because he loves the other person and that type, if I do this for you. But that is also kind of keeping in mind that perhaps you are going to have to change some things about yourself, even making our choice in attitudes that you have and nothing. Like with me there are many things. It is like taking advantage of life and taking advantage of your lucky time where it is only to really do things that are kind of true and yours, because when they are two people and little, a couple is that, they are two, not one. One can think only of yourself or only what you would like you have to take the other into account. So it is great that instead of regretting perhaps for not having a partner or for not having someone who loves you or for even lowering your self-esteem, for not having a partner, because many people who say that they start to rethink that they do not have a partner because they are ugly, because it's me, because no one will ever fit them or things like that that have nothing to do with it. That is, those things like not having a partner, little advice. You never take it personally, that is, it will never be because you suspect to understand there are a lot of people in the world and they believe that someone is going to love you, but simply if it doesn't happen at the moment you want, you don't have to be worried about that, or you don't have to be chasing the fact of wanting a partner, the fact of saying I want someone, I want a boyfriend, someone who loves me, someone who is there for me when I'm bad, that is, the opposite. I thought of all the people who probably have a surprise, their friends, their family, a lot of people who should be there, who are surely there to support them. And those things are so focused on looking for a partner that, which is me, I don't know, they miss out on other things in life, that is, think that we are generally young. I don't know the truth of what age range is listening to me in this moment that you are going to listen to someone who is 40, and if you are 40 and you don't have a partner, that's fine. There is no age to have or not to have a partner, it is always the time to have one, it may be, it is also always the time not to have one, that is, you have to invest that time in quotas for yourself, and the most important thing is not to chase, not to be wildly searching for someone who loves you with all your being, with all their being, because that person is going to arrive. When it has to arrive, if it has to arrive, if it does not have, it's more normal than you think, and it's okay to feel capable, like feeling bad because you don't have someone, but it's never going to be your fault, you never have to take it personally. It's never, let's say, it's not okay that you feel that way, but don't let that emotion consume you and don't let that emotion take over you at all, because it should never ever be like that, believe me, no, it should never be like that, so don't worry about that, don't worry if you don't have a boyfriend, if you don't have a girlfriend, that person is going to arrive and believe me, it's going to arrive when you least expect it. You wait for it and perhaps at the most appropriate moment, in the meantime it does things for you, it does things that make you happy, things that motivate you to be me, to become a better person or things that serve for your personal growth. A partner is not really essential in anyone's life and I hope you can understand that and I hope you don't let the fact of not having a partner make you sad because that should never happen, believe me not, so that's good, I hope you liked the episode. Sorry if it was half short, I'm half hurry, I have to be very careful about things, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a friend who is dating all the time because he doesn't have a boyfriend, he doesn't have a girlfriend, he sends the episode and it's not serious, I mean the world doesn't end there, the world doesn't end with not having a partner, so nothing like that, we knew it a lot, thank you for listening to me, thank you for supporting me, thank you for the love you give to my pod. Cast, I love you with everything Miser. Thank you very much in nothing, we are seeing each other, we are talking, if you want to send me topics that you want to listen to me, I can marry Instagram. If you want to send me your current situations that I advise you and write to you, I will always be there to chat with you, so nothing of that. I love you very, very, very much, thank you for listening to me and I will see you next friend, Chav, I love you. With Miser, see you, despite putting YouTube on a spore, okay, bye, I saw it all.